Thank you for this honor. When I was first contacted by Stone Ridge about receiving this award, I have to admit my first thought was, there are so many other Stone Ridge alums who have made huge impacts in their fields, in their professions, and in the lives of others who are more deserving of this recognition than I. So I am truly humbled and grateful. Stone Ridge and the Stone Ridge education have left an indelible impact on my life, both professionally and personally. Stone Ridge is the place that shaped me because I arrived as a 5-year-old in Mrs. Willard's kindergarten class, and some of the friends that I met that first day in kindergarten are still my closest friends today. At Stone Ridge, in class and out of class, we were always encouraged to explore and debate complex social, economic, political, and ethical issues, and to see them from different perspectives. As an editor at the Here and Now newspaper, we were always given latitude to delve into a wide range of topics that challenged assumptions and offered solutions. And in social action, we were encouraged to work toward changing inequities and injustices that we saw in our very own communities. As I pursued a career in education, I often found myself looking back at my years at Stone Ridge for inspiration and guidance, knowing that the foundation and formation I received there were some of the very best educational practices in the field, and they were paramount to who I am today. Stone Ridge inspired intellectual curiosity and a lifelong love of learning about ourselves and others. Stone Ridge gave me the skills and the confidence to live abroad and the curiosity to explore and engage in other cultures. I recently saw a banner at Stone Ridge that said, "We are love," and I thought, yes, that succinctly describes the school, a love of humanity which compels everything that happens there. I can only imagine the magnitude of invaluable contributions each and every Stone Ridge alum brings to her community, her profession, and the lives of those around her. What an impact we have collectively made. In closing, I want to give a shout out to the amazing class of 76. I cherish the many wonderful memories of the years we have had together, and thank Stone Ridge for this honor. It is a privilege to be an alumna of this community.
Hello. I'm truly humbled to receive the Golden Alumna Award from Stone Ridge. I came to Stone Ridge from my church elementary school a year after my father died. I remember being welcomed by Mrs. Johnson when I entered her homeroom, and eventually I found myself settled into the group. Over the course of that first year, I connected with classmates, a few of whom have proven to be lifelong friends. Most importantly, I found myself connected to teachers who saw and supported me and challenged me to step into my strengths. It was at Stone Ridge that my love of music and teaching blossomed. Mrs. Malinowski was a music teacher and a role model of an absolutely exceptional music educator. The way she conducted chorus, the dectets, and triple trio ensembles showed me exactly what my future could hold. Decades later, when I stepped up to a podium to conduct a chorus or instrumental ensemble, I thought of Mrs. Malinowski showing me how to articulate the beats with a baton. She lifted me up as a musician, as a pianist who ended up accompanying all of Stone Ridge ensembles and majoring in music, and as an educator. I saw the joy and talent that she shared with her students, and I wanted to give the same to my own students. Most importantly, she saw a gift and a light in me. And today, as the head of a Quaker school, I get to work with students, families, and faculty as we seek and lift up the light in every child in our school community. My years at Stone Ridge laid the foundation for my career as an educator. Social action prepared me to step into spaces of service, as well as my work on issues of equity, justice, and belonging. It prepared me to be an advocate and a voice for children and educators. It taught me the value of giving of myself in order to recognize, acknowledge, and affirm the gifts that others bring to this world. When I was in upper school, I had no idea that literature classes with Mrs. Higginbotham would convert me into a voracious reader across all genres. There's no way that you could have convinced me in 1978 that Mrs. Cossa's demands for the perfect essay would enable me to compose papers and deliver presentations for national conferences. And though I fought geometry class as much as I could, I can now thank Mrs. Selsky, who would be proud that I can map out a school campus, all of the facilities, and reconfigure offices and classrooms during a global pandemic. When I was caught in the rush of the schedule and traditions of Stone Ridge, the time just seemed to fly by. A school year would begin, and we would attend our classes every day. We had occasional gold versus blue team games, field day, celebrations of St. Madeleine, Sophie Berra, and masses. Then prize day would roll around again, and too soon we would find ourselves saying farewell at the end of the year. When I receive the Stone Ridge magazines now, I look at the graduating class and I immediately remember sitting on the steps of Hamilton House in my white gown with a dozen roses draped across my arms. What I didn't know then was that Stone Ridge shaped me as a fiercely independent thinker, a strong Black woman, an insatiable academic, a lifelong educator, and a warrior for social justice. Grounded in faith, I was sent out into the world and landed here in a Quaker school community, one that sees that of God in everyone, one that seeks the light in every community member. It is no surprise that the road from Stone Ridge, a community of faith and values, has taken me on a journey to leadership of a faith-based community settled in simplicity, peace, integrity, community, equity, and stewardship. Those are our values. Thank you for this amazing honor. As always, I will hold Stone Ridge in my heart, and as we say in the Quaker school community, I will hold you all in the light. Go Gold Team.
Thank you for providing me with the Outstanding Alumni Award for 2021. I am honored and humbled. I graduated from Stone Ridge in 1986 with 53 other young women. Today marks our 35-year reunion from graduating from Stone Ridge. I wish I could be with all of you today. I came to Stone Ridge in the 7th grade, and the girls that I met then are now my closest friends and confidants. That includes head of school, Catherine Ronan Carrolls. They have supported me both professionally and personally. I am so grateful. In addition to the friends that I met at Stone Ridge and the Sacred Heart nurtured us and helped us become the women we are today. My 25-year career in Boston and Hong Kong has been amazing. A lawyer's work is demanding, but what is most memorable is what we can do for others. Over the years, my role was that of mentor to others. I was everyone's friend, but I also set the standards. I help colleagues learn, I help them become inquisitive and remain inquisitive and to have fun along the way. I also knew when something wasn't quite working that I needed to make a change. I needed to act. I learned the need to act through the Stone Ridge and the teachings of the Stone Ridge Sacred Heart. I learned this through our academics, our social action program, our extracurricular activities. I learned to have fun at our conges, our father-daughter sports events, and even our daily assemblies when we would all come together for 20 minutes. The 5 goals of the Sacred Heart are so unique and valuable and show up in our everyday lives. The 5 goals call for action. Now, as I get older, I call on each of you as alumni to continue to act and to be part of the Stone Ridge community. Everything counts. We can be actively involved as alumni, support the Stone Ridge Outreach Program, or donate to its funding, either to a specific cause or generally. It is up to us as alumni to help ensure that Stone Ridge continues to make the young women that it educates the best that they can be. Thank you again for this award. I am so honored. I hope one day we can be together, and I hope this day comes quite soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this honor. I'm so excited to see my classmates and friends at the alumni reunion. My time at Stone Ridge was pivotal. I met my closest friends and discovered my passion. I learned how to lead and how to follow. I got to grow alongside my truly amazing classmates in the class of 2016. Without their support and guidance, while at Stone Ridge and afterwards, I would not be who I am today. I am forever grateful to each of my classmates and to Stone Ridge. At Stone Ridge, I discovered my passion for disability rights and inclusion, and that is the greatest gift I could have ever received. I truly believe this passion was ignited through the goals of Sacred Heart education. I learned to build community, and more so to value community, as part of Goal 4. But I also learned to ask questions about who was missing from the communities I was a part of due to the social action program. I quickly realized that people with disabilities were too often excluded from communities of all kinds, leading to social isolation. Through the social action program, I started to witness how beautiful inclusive communities could be when I volunteered at the Arc of Montgomery County's Inclusive Preschool. Every Wednesday, I witnessed children with and without disabilities playing and learning together, building their own kind of community that to me was exceptionally beautiful and real. I soon became focused on disability rights and inclusion. I researched and asked questions and brainstormed with my classmates and teachers on how to build inclusive communities. I was supported and encouraged in my passion. When moving on from my time at Stone Ridge, I realized just how lucky I was to have been mentored by my classmates and teachers so persistently and energetically. Because of their support and the guidance of the 5 goals of Sacred Heart education, I've been able to follow my passion fully by living and working in a L'Arche community alongside people with intellectual disabilities as the home life leader at 6th Street House. My job is not prestigious. I spend most of my time ordering PPE in case of an outbreak, helping people make their breakfasts or take their medications or use the bathroom. And I also spend a lot of time just being with people with intellectual disabilities. It doesn't necessarily require much training or any particular degrees, but it does require a strong commitment to my housemates with disabilities and a vision of an inclusive world, things I would not have without Stone Ridge. My job allows me to live the goals of Sacred Heart education while holding my people with intellectual disabilities, firmly in the center of my life. Because of Stone Ridge's focus on social action and faith, I was able to grow into my passion for disability inclusion. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Thank you again to the class of 2016 as well for being some of my best role models and best friends.